On behalf of the class of 2021, I welcome you to our commencement ceremony. Graduation is a special occasion because it celebrates years of hard work. Many years ago, my classmates and I made graduation a goal. We have now accomplished that goal. This is a night we want to be able to remember forever. Because this means so much to us, we ask you, our friends and family, to honor our class by allowing each graduating senior's name to be heard clearly as it is called. We thank you in advance for extending that courtesy. Now will you please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me.
If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea,
won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me, stand by me. Stand by me whenever you're in trouble. Won't you stand by me? Stand by me.
Good evening. This observation comes from a book titled The 1 Minute Millionaire. The wind might cause a kite to rise, but what keeps it up there is the fact that somebody on the ground has a steady hand. You have to hold steady to your values, your integrity. It's your anchor. You let go of that, well, it isn't long before your kite comes crashing down. We, graduating seniors, are preparing to move into uncharted territory, a world that'll throw every imaginable thing onto our paths, which might cause us to stumble. One attack that's often used against us is doubt. Doubt in ourselves and in our values. It's easy to uphold our values in the presence of those that think similarly to us. But the same cannot be said among a diverse crowd. Because of social media, we have been exposed to more diverse crowds than we can count. And as we pursue our future endeavors, we'll encounter even more. Though it might be tempting to momentarily alter our values to gain acceptance from others or to climb a social hierarchy, we are doing ourselves a disservice by doing so. It is dishonest and puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on us to try to be people we are not. Oprah Winfrey has said, "Real integrity is doing the right thing, knowing that nobody's going to know whether you did it or not." However, I believe that actually the complete opposite is true. In today's world, with others watching, it's much harder to do the right thing than it is to do the popular thing. I believe real integrity is doing the right thing when you know everyone is watching and could eventually criticize you for not following the current trends. Integrity is thought to be synonymous with terms such as purity and wholeness. This is because a person with integrity maintains identity. And by maintaining identity, he or she is complete. Therefore, I suggest that in pursuing integrity, we reach for that which will leave us whole and complete. Because when we are complete, we are anchored. If we are anchored, then we won't be scattered about like leaves. We will instead be like the kite that is so firmly tethered to the ground that it is free to dance in the sky and reach for the stars.
All of us today have accomplished a goal we set more than a decade ago. We have accomplished a goal which teachers, parents, and friends helped us achieve. And we thank all of you here tonight who supported us through the years. Today, we graduate from high school. We are being rewarded for our hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Reaching this goal was not easy, especially in the last year and a half. We have had to endure school closings, virtual learning, and more importantly, a pandemic. Though these obstacles were difficult to overcome, our willpower was stronger than those obstacles. Why? Because graduating today was not a wish. It was a goal that we strived to achieve since day one of each school year. A goal, whether elaborate or simple, gives meaning to life because we have something that propels us forward when we need it most. A goal is like a map for us to follow. With a goal in mind, we know where we are going and what we are going to do. Not knowing the exact details of what we will experience is part of reaching each and every goal. And who could have predicted a pandemic? Today, as we leave high school, the majority of us have already set another goal. We are either continuing our studies at a university, enlisting in the military, or joining the workforce. Whichever choice we make it knowing that we are taking the first step to achieving our next goal. Taking the first steps onto a new road will not be easy, but we know we have the determination, passion, and perseverance to succeed. In life, there will be hundreds of obstacles, although hopefully not another pandemic. But with determination, passion, and perseverance, we will overcome any obstacles life gives us.
It is an honor to stand before you today to commemorate the graduating class of 2021. It has taken countless hours, tireless efforts, and relentless focus to reach this goal. Our focus determined our reality. Bill Gates has said, "You inherit a world that has already proven that progress is possible." There is no doubt this last year has made moving forward seem like a daunting feat, but our persistent focus to obtain our goals and make progress has allowed us to reach this achievement of graduation. Our parents and guardians placed us on the starting line, where our teachers and administrators built the infrastructure around us. It was up to us to keep our eyes on the road, look ahead, and cross the finish line. Today is the finish line. Along the way, there were many speed bumps. There were exhausting tests and nerve-wracking games that required our utmost concentration. At the time, we may not have realized it, but the minute acts of concentration sewed the gowns worn by this graduating class. As the famous author and philanthropist Tony Robbins has said, "Most people have no idea of the giant capacity we can immediately command when we focus all of our resources on mastering a single area of our lives." It would have been easier to quit or allow distractions to cloud our minds, but we had a clear vision and maintained focus on the goal of graduation. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, we now take a small sigh of relief as we grasp our diplomas before focusing our attention on the next versions of ourselves. We must remember our past, but focus on the future. The hard work of life is never truly done. Due to our persistent focus, the class of 2021 sits before you as the graduates of Magnolia High School. Congratulations. In a few minutes, we will officially be alumni.
Serving others is not a task to be rewarded for, but instead an opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, in the school district, or even in your community. Our school alone has many programs that put students in selfless positions. These opportunities to serve allow students to help themselves and their fellow Arkansans. On this campus, one opportunity to serve comes in the form of a pet spa, where students can work together and learn the fundamentals of grooming animals while helping local pet owners. Teacher Cadets is also an opportunity for students to engage with younger students, to encourage them to keep trying in school, and teach them to stay engaged during their class time. The program also benefits the cadets by giving them experience in a classroom should they choose to be teachers. In addition, students can serve their peers by tutoring them in a subject in which they struggle. Students also have opportunities outside of school, whether they be church groups, civic organizations, or after-school programs. Students can serve others. The Boys and Girls Club, for example, has students who volunteer to help out with kids and their games. They provide benefits to both the students who volunteer and the kids there. While some have donated time and energy, others have literally given of themselves by donating blood at our school blood drives. The class of 2021 has served others through the school district and in the community. I am proud to be part of this senior class and am honored to be here tonight, but I challenge all of my classmates to continue the legacy of service, because service not only enriches our lives, but the lives of those around us. Thank you to the members of my class who have served others. Thank you to Magnolia School District for the opportunities we have had, and thanks all of you who are guests tonight for your support as we grew into the young adults we are now.
Winston Churchill once said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm." As we, the 2021 graduates of Magnolia High School, enter into this next period of our lives, it is imperative that we never lack eagerness to become better and learn from our experiences. Our teachers, coaches, and role models throughout the years at Magnolia High School have taught us to let our mistakes motivate us to become the best we can be. The perfect GPA, the perfect ACT score, and the perfect resume have been what everyone worked for. But if perfection is what we are hoping to attain, then we are undoubtedly going to fail. Instead of letting small and meaningless errors control us, we must remember that mistakes are inevitable and temporary. We must remember that it is okay to think outside the box and color outside the lines. And we must remember that our mistakes do not determine our success. It's what we learn from our mistakes that shapes our future. Our mistakes can enlighten us to the fact that failure is necessary for a favorable outcome. The trial and error process in the scientific method is a perfect representation of how experiences and mistakes can expand a person's knowledge about life. Scientists do not allow errors to stop their experimentation. These obstacles empower them to find a different path to accomplish their goals. Empowerment is defined as the power, right, or authority to do something. I believe we students have the power to do unimaginable things and be whom we've always dreamed of being. Our mistakes contribute to helping us become empowered individuals and leaders in this world. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity." As youth, it is easy to be labeled as naive or arrogant. However, we should strive to overcome that stereotype and let our youth empower us to grow, learn, and influence those around us in a positive way. Seniors, our journey begins today.
Good evening. I am so honored to be standing here tonight. Staying optimistic is the challenge we have faced during these past 13 years. We have all heard our teachers tell us time and time again, "You can do this, you got this, or you are prepared, now do your best." We have been coached and reminded daily to stay optimistic. But now, the time has come to take that advice beyond Magnolia Public Schools and use it to make our mark on this world. For many of us, our first day of kindergarten was filled with fear and uncertainty. We were in a new place, surrounded by new people, and had been given an entirely new set of expectations. I vividly remember walking into the Penguin Room at Westside Kindergarten, where Miss Briggs was waiting to wrap her loving arms around me, as she did all of her students. Although we were all scared to death, her nurturing and optimistic spirit not only eased our fears, but let us know that we were going to have a great year. This past year, Mrs. Carter encouraged us to work hard and to believe in ourselves, because she had no doubt that we would excel. From that first day of school until today, our last day of high school, we have remained optimistic in everything that we do. My classmates and I have always found the best in each other and have always made the best out of all situations. We have remained positive and have worked diligently through many trying times, including this pandemic, to reach this goal, our graduation. Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, "The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today." Moving forward, I encourage my classmates to continue to stay optimistic. Use your optimism to overcome any doubts that you may have. And finally, go Panthers!
We often talk about the challenges our students have to overcome on a daily basis to be successful in school. Graduates, you have set that bar at a level that I am hopeful is never met again. I am proud of how you have met the challenges this year you have faced with the uncertainties of how we could provide a safe learning environment, to quarantines, and even sicknesses. You were gracious. You were understanding, compassionate, and empathetic. You will go far in life if you continue to face every challenge with that same attitude. Graduates, your success here today is the result of a combination of your hard work and years of support from your parents, guardians, family, friends, teachers, and this community. This ceremony is the culminating event to celebrate your success as a student. The opportunities and experiences you have been exposed to are the result of vision and leadership of a group of men and women who are passionate about Magnolia Public Schools and are absolutely committed to providing a unique educational experience to you. They have assumed the responsibility for supporting this commitment by allowing themselves to serve as members of our Board of Education. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the Magnolia Board of Directors. Our President, Mr. Mike Waters. Our Vice President, Mr. William Watson. Our Secretary, Mr. Stephen Souter. Our Board Member, Mr. Roger Loper, and our Board Member, Ms. Lynn Sandra Curry.
Good evening. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, we welcome you to this graduation ceremony. At this time, I'm going to take a moment and recognize some folks that have spent a lot of time with your students from pre-K all the way to today. Hold your applause until I'm finished. I'm going to ask them to stand up. Mr. T.J. Powell, Mr. Terry Sanders, Principal of Magnolia Middle School, Mrs. Gwen Carter, Principal of Central Elementary, Mrs. Angie Waters, Principal of Eastside Elementary, Ms. Jill Rader, Principal of Walker Pre-K, Ms. Natasha Coleman, and Assistant Principal, Mrs. Jessica Arye. Join me in a round of applause for thanking them. Tonight we do ask, as in years past, that you hold your applause until all the graduates are recognized. I know that's tough. We have 165 young people that will walk across this stage. We want you to be able to hear their names clearly, so we do ask that you do your very best as we recognize your students. We also have photographers who will take the pictures of our graduates. So we ask that you remain off of the floor and in your seat as our students walk across the stage and nobody's view is blocked. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021. Nathan Austin Baker. Doria Janae Eviana Beasley. Sean Lamar Bell, Jr. Olivia Ruth Berry. Tyla Talay Berry. Marley Ashton Bismarck. Natalie Etta Boyd. Michaela DeMondria Bradford. Kishanti Jemiah Brantley. Martavius Deshaun Briggs. Sean Gregory Bryan. Datavius Tavo Buggs. Brian Christopher Burnett. Ryan Michael Burnett. India Anai Laurie Burton. Addison Slade Cannon. Bailey Gage Cannon. Kinvion Karanda Kishan Heron Carey. Demarian Carter. Maggie Grace Cassidy. Kendall Renee Cheatham. Dalton Lee Claiborne, thank you. Roderick Artel Kaufman II. Deshanzi Latavius Cooper. Malachi Copeland. Brennan LaShawn Critton. Manasia Inali Crockett. Layla Renee Dadgar. Braylon Terrell Daniels. Damian Devon Davis. Jordan Digimon Davis. Dravante Omar Dismuke. Zoe Leanne Dixon. Morgan Marie Donahue. Emma Grace Ellington. Benjamin Lee Emert. Elijah Allen Fields. Adarius Javon Franks. Ethan Urban Franks. Taryn Elizabeth Franks. Tamaya Nikidra Fuller. Cody Wayne Gardner. Gabrielle Reese G. Ladravius Jaheim Gilmore. Patrick David Graham. Gabrielle Armania Green. Emino Guzman. Jefferson West Hageman. Aquarius Shamar Harden. Charity Brianna Hardiman. Denasia Erica Harden. Delaney Brooke Harding. Kelly Jean Harmon. Marcus Bernard Harper, Jr. Aaliyah Harris. Shadiamond Ralitha Alizade Harris. Jashawn Shamar Hartsfield. Kiara Imoni Hawthorne. Ricari Levante Hawthorne. Rodarian Dewan Hurd. Zachary Dwight Heffman. Raven Marie Hilton. Morgan Noel Holly. Crystal Kayanana Nicole Howell. Mia Akarini Howell. Demarian Keontae Hunter. DeAndrea Krishana Hunter. Kiana Trayshawn Hunter. Soraya Elise Iverson. Katara Brene Jackson. Jacoby Daylin Jacobs. Shanae Jasminique Johnson. Devin Jamal Johnson. Tristan Alexander Johnson. Dennis Jones Jr. Michael Dwayne Jones Jr. Noah Riley Jones. Emily Renee Kelly. Abby Rose Key. Cade Emery Kirkendall. Logan Blaine Ladner. Chloe Lavon Lambert. Caleb LaVar Lambert. Rhiannon Michelle Lester. Alexis Mackenzie Lewis. Megan Catherine Lindsay. Jake Lingenfelter. Journey Mikhail Lowe. Robert Mack Jr. Nazaria Amari Madison. Tristan James Malone. John David Manus. Lacarius Lamont Manning. Hallie Kate May. Mitch Alexander McDonald. Allie Diane McWilliams. Todd Grayson Metcalf. Kira Delane Middleton. Emmy Grace Elizabeth Miller. Heather Nicole Milliken. Deja Marie Mitchell. Jaqueline Deshawn Moore. Leah Helen Morton. Jake Walker Munn. Javoye DeQuan Murphy. Brianna Nicole Myers. Dallas Lee Knowles. Cammie Lynn Neal. Jaden Xavier Niemeyer. Jacob Allen Nielsen. Tanner Lee Nielsen. Hunter Allen Odell. Riley Morgan Payne. Dorian Allen Presley. Alexis Cheyenne K. Price. Sierra Dominique Maishan Putney. Megan Lynn Rayom. Emma Ann Rich. Shakaldrick Liddell Richardson. Logan Garrett Riley. Clemente Sands. Angie Iracema Duran Saldana. Ashante Nicole Sargent. Jaquan Keyshawn Scott. James Darius Tyrese Smith. Jadlyn Brooke Snyder. Clara Elizabeth Souter. Chandler Clay Stansel. Kenzie Leanne Stockwell. Bailey Nicole Stoltz. Jacoby LaShawn Stuman. Reagan Lee Sweeney. Brierica Deshay Tate. Jesse Ray Tatum. Xander Jess Taylor. Jason Reese Thomas. Deshud Kawan Turner. Faith Simone Turner. Zane Travell Cleotis Turner. Jakeem Jawan Warren. Austin Mitchell Watson. Leijalon Lene Williams. Torjion Fitzgerald Williams. Gwanaje Nicole Willis. Elizabeth Ann Wilson. Ethan Bailey Wilson. George Tully Bab Wilson. Tyrese Darnell Wilson. Christopher Ladarius Wyrick. Jada Trishelle Wyrick. Layden Adam Wyrick. Tell me your name. Tell me your name. Okay. DeQuavius Jaquise Young. JaCameron Samaje Zachary. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and join us in singing the Magnolia High School alma mater? The words are printed on the back as we recognize the class of 2021. Y'all sing loud. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2021. You can move your tassels.